Hey everybody, it's Mr. Regner, and today we are going to have a video review of Focus for week 34, day 3. So let's get started with number 1. It says, your friend was solving the inequality in the box below. They have 14 is greater than or equal to 8n plus 6, and then got to 8 is greater than or equal to 8n, and finally n is greater than or equal to 1. What should your friend do to correct the error that she has made? Well, in order to answer this question, we almost would be best served by doing the inequality ourselves and solving it ourselves. So I'm going to write that out over here. And I'll apologize for my mouse writing, because I know it's not going to be the neatest, but hopefully it'll be legible. So I have 14 is greater than or equal to 8n plus 6. So if I'm going to solve this, I need to use a reverse PEMDAS order to undo and use inverse operations. There we go. So there's PEMDAS. Now if I'm going normally, I'd go normal order, but since I'm going in opposite order, I start with addition and subtraction, work my way to multiplication, division, and work backwards. So in order to work backwards, you need to get rid of this plus 6 first. Remember too, we might even make these little lines like this to separate our inequality into two separate parts. So I'm going to get rid of the plus 6 by subtracting 6, and whatever I do on one side, I have to do on the other side. So over here on my right side, plus 6 minus 6, that cancels out. I'm left with just 8n. My sign will stay the same. And then over here I have 14 minus 6, that leaves me with just 8. So real quick, just to check in, 8 is greater than or equal to 8n. That's the same thing I have so far. So my friend has not made a mistake yet. Let me keep on going. If I have 8n and I want to get n alone, I need to use inverse operations. That's 8 times n. So I'm going to divide by 8. And I'm going to do that on both sides of my inequality. So 8 divided by 8 leaves me at just 1, or 1n. And then over here, I have my same sign, same direction, 8 divided by 8. That leaves me with just 1 here. So I have 1 is greater than or equal to n. Over here, they have n is greater than or equal to 1. So it appears, just looking at it, I can see the error is that they flip-flopped these, and they shouldn't have. All right, so look at my options. A says subtract 6 from both sides of the inequality. Well, I can't say that, because that's actually something we did do. Letter B, multiply both sides of the inequality by 8. Well, that's actually not what we should have done because we divided by 8. Letter C, rewrite the given inequality as 8n plus 6 is greater than or equal to 14. Well, if I do that, I'm totally switching this around, and that wouldn't be right, because I want to say 14 is the one that's greater than or equal to, and here I'd be saying that it's less than. So it can't be C. Just to make sure, now that we've eliminated all the answers, could we rewrite the answer as n is less than or equal to 1? Let's think about it here. That's what I'm saying. N is less than or equal to 1. 1 is greater than or equal to n. So of the two numbers here, my chomping alligator mouth is going towards the 1. And that's the direction it has to go. So here my chomping alligator mouth is going towards the 1. That's the direction it has to go. I'm left with only one answer, and that answer is correct, and it is D. So that's number 1. You'll have a similar question on this week's quiz to be prepared for. Let's take a look at number 2. It says, what value of P makes the equation below true? 12 equals P divided by 7 plus 4. Now some people might get tripped up by this. P divided by 7 looks weird, right? But it almost looks like a fraction. P over 7. And that's what that really is. It's just a division problem. All right, so let's take a look at it. And I'm going to start off the same way I did with the inequality. Oh, that got away from me there for a minute. I'm going to put these little bars to separate our right and left sides. All right, I have P over here, and I want to get that P alone. I'm going to use opposite PEMDAS order one more time. So writing this out, PEMDAS. I'm going to start at the end, and I have addition and subtraction to start with. To undo it, inverse operations, and here I have a plus 4. So I'm going to subtract 4 from both sides. So over here I have 12 minus 4. That leaves me with just 8. I'll keep my equal sign in the middle. And then here I have p divided by 7 plus 4 minus 4. That cancels out. So I just have p divided by 7. So if I'm taking p divided by 7, how do I do the inverse operation of divide? That's right, it would be multiply. So I'm going to multiply both sides of this equation by 7. So 8 times 7 is 56. Keep my equal sign in the middle. My 7's cancel out. I'm left with just p, and that's my final answer. P is equal to 56. There's no label necessary for number 2. That would be a fine answer just to leave that way. Or you could just write 56 just to make it super clear. So again, number 1 and number 2, very, very similar in the fact that we're just solving those by using inverse operations, opposite PEMDAS order. Okay, let's move on to number 3. Now number 3 says, the table below shows the ages of 20 visitors at a library. You're going to create a histogram with these intervals, 0 to 9, 10 to 19, 20 to 29, 30 to 39, 40 to 49, 50 to 59. How many visitors would be in the 50 to 59 interval? So here's where I'm going to switch up to my highlighter just so we can still see the numbers. You might even just circle the numbers. I'm looking for all the numbers between 50 and 59. So I'm going to consider each option very closely and only circle the ones that are between 50 and 59. So I have 53, I have 53, I have 56. I have a lot of 5s in there trying to throw me off, but I won't be fooled by a 15. 56, 52, and 56. So now that I've found all of them, what I would encourage you to do for today's focus quiz is to make sure that you're correct. So just double check. Have I made sure that I've circled all the ones between 50 and 59? If I missed one, or I left one out, that would cause my answer to be wrong. Once I've double checked that, now count up the number that you've circled. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That means my final answer here is 6 visitors, because there's going to be 6 visitors that are going to be inside of that interval between 50 and 59, based on this data set that they give us over here. Pretty easy one, but don't forget to include your answer. I've seen a lot of people this week that circled the right number of numbers over here, but never really truly answered the question. So please answer the question. Okay, let's move on now to number 4. It says the adults of a certain type of insect have a mean length of 0.75 inches, or 75 hundredths of an inch. The students in a science class measured 10 insects of this type. The lengths are shown in a line plot. So here's our line plot here. Just once again, understanding how to read this, we have 3 insects that fall into 3/8 inches, 2 in 1/2, 2 of them in 5/8, 1 in 7/8 inch, and 2 that were 1 inch long. So based on the information, we will look at all these statements and figure out which ones are true. So it says here 7 of the insects have a length that is less than 0.75 inches. What I may want to do here, and I'd recommend it for you, is to do a little bit of converting right off the bat. Okay, so we have fractions right here. We can convert these into decimals. So I don't have a lot of room here. I'm going to put these down here, but I know that 1/2, for example, is the same as 5/10. And I know that 3/4 is the same as 75 hundredths. And I know 1/4 is the same as 25 hundredths. Okay, those are hopefully the easy ones that we all remember. Okay, the other ones that maybe we don't remember so well, we also can convert. Maybe we've memorized 1/8, or maybe we have to do some math there. 1 divided by 8. We'd figure out that it's 0.125, right? And then 3/8, we said that was 37.5. Oops, that's 37.5%, but that's not what I meant. I meant 0.375. Let me do that again. 0.375. There we go. That's looking a little better. And then we have 5/8, and again, we might have memorized this, maybe not, but we get 0.625. Try to squeeze that in there. This is difficult. And then I have 7/8, and that one is, remember, 7/8 is 875, so 0.875. All right, once we've done that little conversion, this is going to make some of our questions a little bit easier. So really quickly, I'm going to make a little mark here where 0.75 inches is. It's going to be like right here. So it says that 7 of them have a length that is less than 0.75. So I can't include anything here, and luckily there's nothing there anyway. So let me count them up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 insects have a length of less than 0.75 inches, so A is correct. Letters B and C both ask you about the mean and whether or not it's less than or greater than. So let's take a look at them and try to find the mean of this data that we have. So let me use like a purple color. I think that would be fun. Why not? So remember, with this, we've got 8, so we want to turn all of our fractions into equivalent fractions that have 8 as a denominator, with common denominators. So we don't need it here for 1/4 because there's no data there, but this would obviously be 2 eighths, because 1/4 and 2 eighths are equivalent. 3 eighths I can leave alone. 1/2 becomes 4 eighths. 5 eighths, I'll leave it alone. 3/4, that becomes 6 eighths. There we go. And 7 eighths, I'll leave that alone. 1, I can rewrite that as 8 eighths, which I will do. So now it's just a matter of me adding up all the numbers that we have in our data set. So if I look here, I have 3 eighths, 3 eighths, and 3 eighths, because there's 3 of them. So 3 plus 3 plus 3, that's 9 eighths total. So I'm going to write that up here. I'm going to add that then with my 2 4 eighths. That's 4 eighths plus 4 eighths. That equals 8 eighths. Then I'm going to add that together with my 5 eighths, and I have 2 of those. 5 eighths plus 5 eighths, that's 10 eighths. And I'll add that with my 7 eighths. There's just 1 of them, so that's 7 eighths. And then I'll finally add that with my 1s. There's 2 of those, so that's 16 eighths. And now it's a matter of just adding them all together. So I have 9 plus 8, that would be 17. Plus 10, that's 27. 27, that would be 34. And then 34 plus 16, that would be 50. So I have 50 eighths. So you might think, wow, I just did all that work. I must be done by now, and I'm actually not done. In fact, now I have to divide by the total number in the set. And we know that there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 numbers there. So I'm going to take 50 eighths and divide that by 10. I'm going to turn 10 into a fraction as well by putting it over 1. We know that we can keep, change, flip, and to do that I have 50 eighths. I'll keep that the same. I'll change my sign to multiplication and then flip my second fraction. There we go. So now I can do a little something like cross simplifying. This 10 and this 50 get crossed off. The 50 becomes 5. The 10 becomes 1. So this can simplify down and turn into 5 eighths. Okay, and again, if I look over here, 5 eighths, I've already figured out that's the same as 0.625. So I'm going to write that down as well. Equals 0.625. Okay, so now let's look at it. It says the mean lengths in the insects measured in the science class is less than or greater than the mean of the average adult of that type. Let's go back to the question, because here it says the average adult of that type is 0.75. We got 0.625. So is our average greater than 0.75 or less than 0.75? Well, if I were making an inequality, I would have a chomping mouth going towards the 0.75, because that's bigger than 0.625. So that means my answer here is that our data is less than the mean average. So B is our answer and C is not. Taking a look at letter D, it says 3 of the insects have a length that is greater than 0.75. Here's where 0.75 is. I've already pointed that out. So I have 1, 2, 3 insects that have a length that's greater. So D is my answer. And then finally, letter E, the mode of the science class's insects is 3. Well, let's check it out. Here's our mode. There's 3 insects in that mode, and it's 3 eighths. So the mode is not actually 3. It's actually 3 eighths. So I can't say that it's E. So my answers here are A, B, and D. Guys, as you're working on your focus quiz, make sure you're taking your time, make sure you're showing your work, and make sure you're answering correctly. Guarantee your answers by checking your work and work carefully. Hey, this is Mr. Regner. This has been a quick look at our focus for week 34, day 3. Good luck on your focus quiz this week.